Hello all, welcome to the course Azure Data Engineer Certification course. Now let us try to understand what are all concepts we are going to learn in this course and benefits of this, and overall what is the purpose of this course. Let us try to understand all required details in this demo lecture. Okay, so we are going to learn the concepts related to the Azure very importantly, and broadly as a data engineer, what are all things we need to do actually. As a data engineer, what is the data life cycle actually? So this is what very importantly, if anybody want to work as a data engineer, they must know actually. So let us try to understand the complete end-to-end cycle, life cycle of a data, how it will move from one place to another place. That means simply from source to the destination, what are all things possible, may possible, or sometimes directly also from source to destination. So let us try to understand. So let us try to understand this data life cycle with a simple diagram. Okay, so this is the diagram we are going to use for understanding of this data life cycle. So very simple to understand that. So the very first one, this is saying that for any organization or for any business, simply, for example, if you take any e-commerce business, so they will get they have the data in different locations actually, and in different forms of data actually. Okay, so all this data, if you need any if you need to answer for any questions, so all this data you need to bring into a one central location actually. So first of all, this step is saying that your source of data which is existed in different locations and different formats. So the very first thing, you need to bring this data from all these locations by using this ETL tool. That is what in Azure we have a ETL tool called Azure Data Factory. So by using ADF, you are going to bring that data from different sources to a cloud database or a cloud data warehouse, whatever that. Okay, so that is what we are going to do. And then on top of that, you can explore that data actually. So by using Databricks, these two steps, maybe you can combine, or that depends on the project actually. So after bringing the data to your central location, on top of that particular data, you can transform it. Okay, and then you can load it into a specific location, again data warehouse. Okay, so if you have a huge amount of data to process, you can use Databricks also. So technology wise, it is okay. First of all, after bringing the data, you need to transform it. So for what purpose you brought that data, to fulfill that purpose, you need to transform it. So that you can do either by using SQL scripts, or by using a Databricks PySpark scripts, or by using a data flow in the ADF. So there are many ways you can do it actually, whichever be the best form or whichever be the performance wise is good, that you are going to use it. So now finally you are going to load into your destination. Okay, so that is what final data warehouse. Again, this need not be always SQL server. That is up to your project, whatever. Finally you are loading into a destination. Then on top of that, you can go for the reporting or advanced analytics or real-time analytics. That depends actually. So for this, centrally you are going to use a data store which is called a Blob storage or Azure Data Lake Storage Gen 2. So where you can place all your flat files, structured data, unstructured data, all these things you can place in a data store, which is called Blob storage most of the times, and also Azure Data Lake actually. Okay, for data science or data analytics projects, you are going to use data lake. Okay, so this is what, first of all, life cycle of your data. So that means you have a data across a multiple sources that you need to bring into a one central location. Then while you are bringing itself, you can transform it, or after bringing that, you consider as a staging area, and then in the staging area you can convert into required form. Then on top of that, you can go for the reporting, or you can go for the analytics. there are many ways. Okay. So this is what data lifecycle, more or less a data engineer is going to see this end-to-end process actually. So now on top of this, as a data engineer, always what questions you need to raise actually. Okay. So even when you are sit with a client, these basic questions, keep it in mind. Then definitely your first impression is the best impression. What are those? So the very first question you are going to ask here is that what are the sources of your data? By understanding our life cycle of data, previous slide. Okay. So what he is asking, what are the sources of the data? You must ask that. In which locations it is existed. Okay. So that is the source of a data. And then another thing is, what is the format of source data? So this even, so now hope these questions is have some sense, like because of understanding previous slide, life cycle of your data. So what is the format of your data? Is it a table format? Is it in a CS format? Or is it in a Parquet format? So there are many ways: Excel format, structured data, unstructured data, like images or text messages, maybe from a streaming data, from IoT. So you must understand that in which format you are getting the data. So that is what is the format of source data. And the another thing is how I would transform this data. What is your requirement actually? So how you can transform this? There are many ways, as we discussed even in the previous slide. For example, you can transform this data by using Databricks, writing a scripts in notebook, and you can write in a PySpark or SQL or Scala or that depends basing on your project again. So how you can transform this data, or even in the ADF by using data flows, you can transform it, or even in Azure Synapse Analytics also you can do that part. There are many places you can do that basing on your source of a data and different sources, by understanding business requirement, you can transform the data whichever be the best possible. Okay, that depends basing on understanding of the technologies. So ultimately performance is the main matter, right? So that depends actually. Then the next question is, what question does it need to be answered? See, you want to transform the data. Okay, fine. After transforming it, what is your achievement? So for example, I have a employee data. Okay, I want to find highest salaries in each department. So this is what my question. So it is answering that in each department, highest salary. Or if I have a product information, then product information. So it is a log information of my products from the across one country. So I want to find out that which product in which region have the most sales and in which month. So this is what I need. So that is what my question here. It is saying that what is the question? What question does it need to answer? So basing on my question, I should transform the data actually. Whatever be the data existed in multiple sources, accordingly, I must extract it and then transform it and then load it. Then finally, it is answering your question actually. So what is the requirement? Simply, you can say, what is your business requirement? A data engineer must ask actually. Then on top of that, what is the destination of the data? Sometimes it may be a file. In the form of file, you need to load it, or sometimes you need to store into a data warehouse. So there are many ways actually. Okay. So that is what finally is the destination. So if you understand in this whole process, what is the source and what is the destination, final question, and in between what type of data you are getting, that means in which format you are getting, and what is the transformation you need to do, which technology you need to use, and then finally this whole thing you will do basing on your business requirement. That is what question it should answer. Okay, so this is what a data engineer is responsible for, making sure that data flows smoothly from source to destination for evaluation and experiments by DS. So maybe data science. Okay. So this is what the data engineer, on top of the data engineer, data scientist is going to work. So as a data engineer, these are your minimal responsibilities to fulfill actually. By understanding the life cycle of a data, and by understanding data engineer responsibilities, for all these things, technology wise, what are the required services actually? So we are discussing as a Azure data engineer. So as a data engineer, when you are discussing what are all things we need, let us try to understand actually. This is what the main curriculum, that means syllabus of a course, what are all things we are going to discuss throughout the course actually. So the very first thing is SQL Server. So SQL Server is the main person or a main technology we must know. And then another thing is very important thing is Azure Data Factory. See, basing on your project or irrespective of your boss project requirement, you are going to use these two technologies minimally. So minimum you are going to use these two technologies. On top of that, basing on your project or basing on the volume of the data, you are going to use other technologies. What are other technologies? So another one is, of course, you must know as theoretically data warehouse essential concepts. Okay. The other technologies is Azure Databricks for processing, and Azure Synapse Analytics for analyzing your data, Blob storage, and then Data Lake Gen 2. So Blob storage, Data Lake Gen 2 is the data stores where you are going to place your flat files or a huge amount of data, whatever you have, that you are going to place in these data stores actually. And then we are going to see in this course, very importantly, real-time scenarios with hands-on. So when we are learning these concepts, so you are going to have a more than 40 plus real-time scenarios are there, which are more than enough for any data engineer in real time. Okay. If you are able to practice these 40 real-time scenarios, of course, we will practice together. We will do actually. So these scenarios making you more confident to do any type of project actually. So that such a way we are going to give you the confidence. Then very importantly, end to end, we are going to see a project that is product search. So this we need to discuss exclusively on top of all these technologies understanding. So let us try to understand what is this project simply. Overview, let us try to understand. So overview of this project is, so we are going to take a product search. Project name is, for example, product search. So project name is product search. Okay. So what is this product search? So let me take you to another portal. So here you see, if you take any e-commerce website, for example, I'm going to take a Flipkart or Amazon. So if I take a Amazon, I'm going to get a website. So click on that Amazon. See, this is the Amazon website. Of course, they are providing some products, okay, in the home page, but let it be. What is the product search means? See, any website or any e-commerce website is going to have this search bar. This search bar related project we are going to do. So this search bar is really very important. How and all you can see. Suppose if I want to buy one mobile, okay, so I'm just typing mobile. You see the moment for every character, how it is going to show you the suggestions. That is one thing you must understand. So mobile, when I click on, see, I just type the mobile, and then if I click on enter, what is going to happen? How fastly data is going to load on this page, you must observe. See, I'm clicking on enter. Yes, see how fastly these products are loaded. That is one thing as a data engineer you must observe. So let it be that point number one. Then see, this is the one project. This is the one product, for example. So if I click on this product, okay, again, you just observe that how quickly the data is loading on this page. Even not in 1 second. Observe that. I'm going to click. See how fast it is loaded. How much it is loaded. You see, these are all things it is loaded quickly. product information, product related information, all similar products, and you have a reviews, everything. So how quickly this data is coming into the website, that is what as a data engineer, what you are doing, let us try to understand. That is what our product search. So when you are searching for a product in a search bar, to load that product information quickly to the web page, what you are doing, that is what our task. That is what one of the major project every e-commerce site is going to do. What you need to understand here is, this is product, this product related images, one thing you try to observe, and this is the main image which is by default showing. Then you can select any image if you want. Then after that, this is the image product title, and then you can see this product how much rating it have, how many ratings it have, and how many question and answers it have, and all these things, how much discount, what is its original price, after discount what is the price, and then different EMI options. Let us observe all these things. See all these things. See different options. What is its size, style, name. So everything, if you discuss in this way, field and value, field and its value. So what does it mean? Product name, Redmi. Product title, whatever you are seeing here. What is its rating? So rating, number of ratings, how many value as a value. And here if you see question and answers, offer rate, how much, original price, how much. See all these things you are going to frame in the form of field and value. That is what JSON structure you are creating. So now let us try to understand that. Suppose in a cloud, you have a database. In your database, you have all your list of products which are exist in a table format. Okay, in a table format. Now, what is going to happen when any user searching for any product in Amazon website, okay, in Amazon website, for example, mobile, as it's seen just now, when you are searching for a mobile, how these things are coming? These details are not coming from your original database. That is one thing you must understand. So there is another third party or own maintained site that is called actually API endpoint. This API endpoint purpose is actually indexing your products. All your products are going to get indexed. So all your products are getting indexed here. Okay. Getting indexed here. Okay. Then whenever any user searching for any specific product, request will go to here. Then reply is coming quickly. Because here data is not get indexed. So data quickly will not load to the user web page. Whenever user is searching for any product, how quickly? Of course, data will load, but it will take few seconds actually. But because of data is indexed, whenever any product is searched, data is going to load in milliseconds, even not 1 second if you observe. So that such a fast is required for e-commerce websites for not losing their business. So that is why they are adopting indexing. So as a data engineer, what you need to do, all your products information, you need to push to this indexing site, this indexing actually. So to this API endpoint. So one of the such a indexing websites are Covio. You can search that, COVEO. So in the Covio, if you push all your products, this is a third party. Okay. So it is going to index it. Then whenever any request, whenever you are searching for any model or any product, simply it will go here. Then it will give you the details very quickly. So that is what here you have a list of products in a table format, in table, and of course in different tables also. Then you need to prepare a JSON data, and this data may be in terms of GBs. That is what the main point, in terms of GBs. So that data you need to push every day to this indexing. So how you will push? You need to prepare JSON structured data first of all, and after that you are going to push this data to this API endpoint. So that is not going to happen in one go. It is not going actually. So you have many drawbacks in ADF side also. So to overcome that, you are going for the parallelism. So that part we need to understand very importantly. When you are going for the parallelism, you need to do according to the load balancing. And because you have a parallelism, everyone must send to the same endpoint. So you must have a parameterization properly. So extensively parameterizing, and ultimately you are improving the performance. And this is the data. For example, here if you have a 500 products, and here after pushing here you must have a 500 products. So that is what you must do, the data reconciliation. So these are all things. Not only this, you have many things you are going to understand end to end. How you are going to push data from your on-premise database, on-premise data SQL servers or cloud servers to indexing sites, a API endpoint, and then how this is indexing and how quickly you are getting. So as a data engineer, your task is here only. So from here to here, how you are pushing data. So for this, the technologies we are using SQL Server and ADF, Azure Data Factory, and sometimes Databricks, and sometimes Synapse Analytics. So these two things are very rare. So, but performance, to improve your performance, we will see. But mainly these two are going to use actually. So this is what overall a project. So in this project, what we are doing, we are pushing a data from one source to the API endpoint. So while pushing, you need to perform many things because your data is more huge. This is what is our project actually, which is going to make you very much confident after understanding this project. So this is what overall the curriculum of the Azure Data Engineer certification course. Okay. This is what myself. My name is Achyut Kumar. My qualification is MTech from NIT Calicut. And my achievements in GATE CSIT category, I got All India 400 rank, 554 rank, 789, and many more, less than 1000 actually. As a habit, every year I used to write this exam. So because this is very prestigious exam in India, right? So after JEE, the toughest exam is GATE. Okay. So these are my ranks. And then my current role as a senior data engineer, I'm working. My total experience is 12 plus years, and I have many trainings. And these are the famous colleges in India. Many, and of course, there are many colleges are there, but these are the few top colleges in India. And then I have already proved 25 plus courses are there in Udemy. You can search with my name, Achyut. This with this name, if you search, you are going to get my courses, which are bestseller and top rated course, which are these taglines are given by the Udemy. So which course is doing best performance, for that you will get the bestseller and top rated, basing on the students, seekers, whoever giving the ratings, basing on that, whichever be the top rated course in the same category, that tag is going to get. This is simply myself and my achievements actually. So this is what overall we are doing, ETL operation only. At the end of the day, you are going to perform ETL operations. So that is what you are going to have a different sources of a data. You need to extract the data into a staging area. Then you need to transform it. After transformation, you load that data into a data warehouse. This is what simple understanding of the ETL operations end to end. If you first of all, if you want to get a picture or a overview of a ETL. Then on top of that, you can go for the You can go for the reporting. That is what BI tools you can use, or you can go for the analytics, whatever that. So mostly as a data engineer, your task is this one. And basing on your project, sometimes you need to learn the BI tools, Power BI, like that. 99% of the cases, ETL is the more than enough. So this is what overallly we are going to learn in the course. So overallly, we are going to learn whatever we discussed in this demo. So hope you like the demo actually. So if you want to become a data engineer, so definitely whatever we promised, that definitely we are going to provide with a sufficient time. You are going to have a first 3 classes free, and you can assess how content quality is there. Thank you very much for patient listening. So don't forget to register, which is given in the description. Link is given. So please register if you want to attend the demo class, so that you are going to get all the other required links to join the course. Thank you very much for joining the demo. All the best for your bright future.